Silence. It's not just the absence of noise, it's the one thing we avoid the most in our fast-paced lives. But here's the kicker, what if the very thing you've been running from could transform your life? Yeah, I know, it sounds crazy. We're conditioned to believe that productivity is all about doing more, talking more, filling every second with something. But let me challenge that for a second. What if doing less, or better yet, doing nothing in silence, was the key to better health, clearer thinking, and real happiness? Here's the truth most people miss, silence isn't empty. It's full of potential. It's where your mind recharges, your body resets, and your spirit finds balance. Think about it, when was the last time you sat in complete quiet? No phone. No TV. Just you and your thoughts. Sounds uncomfortable, right? But what if I told you that discomfort holds the answers you've been looking for? And here's where it gets interesting. Studies show that silence can do more than calm your nerves, it can actually lower stress, improve your health, and boost creativity. So why are we drowning ourselves in noise when silence is this powerful? Stick with me, and I'll show you how embracing the quiet can unlock a life of balance, clarity, and purpose. Trust me, once you tap into this power, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Silence is like hitting the reset button for your brain. Think about it, when was the last time you sat in pure quiet, without music, notifications, or chatter? In those rare moments, the mental clutter starts to fade. It's as if your mind takes a deep breath, clears out the noise, and focuses on what really matters. This clarity helps you make better decisions, whether it's choosing a career path or simply deciding what's for dinner. Ever notice how great ideas pop up when you're alone in the shower or taking a quiet walk? That's the magic of silence in action. It opens up mental space, giving your creativity room to breathe. Want to try it? Spend 10 minutes a day in a silent room, free from distractions. You might be surprised by the clarity and insights that surface, maybe even that million-dollar idea. But silence isn't just about creativity, it's a powerful tool for emotional balance. When your mind isn't overwhelmed, you're better at managing emotions like stress, frustration, or even anger. For instance, if someone cuts you off in traffic, a clear mind helps you shrug it off instead of stewing over it all day. Silence gives you that edge, a moment to pause before reacting. And here's the kicker, silence can actually improve focus. Imagine trying to study or work in a noisy cafe versus a quiet library. The difference is night and day, right? By embracing silence, you train your brain to concentrate more effectively, which means less time procrastinating and more time crushing your goals. But hey, silence does more than sharpen your focus, it sets the stage for something deeper. Let's talk about self-reflection. Silence is like holding a mirror up to your soul. Without the constant buzz of notifications or background noise, you can finally hear your own thoughts. It's in these quiet moments that you start asking the big questions. Am I happy? Is this the life I want? That kind of deep self-reflection is where real growth begins. Take 5 minutes every morning, before the world wakes up, to just sit in silence and tune into what your inner voice is saying. Think about it, how often do we really stop and analyze our own actions? Silence gives you the chance to replay situations in your mind, like a movie. Maybe you realize you could have handled that argument differently, or maybe you see that you've been too hard on yourself lately. Self-reflection isn't about beating yourself up, it's about learning and evolving. Journaling after a silent session can make this process even more powerful. What's cool about silence is how it connects you to your goals and dreams. When the noise fades, you can finally focus on what truly matters to you. Maybe remember that childhood dream of becoming an artist or realize it's time to prioritize your health. Silence clears the path for these realizations, giving you the clarity to take actionable steps. Start small, write down 3 things you want to achieve and let your quiet moments guide you. But self-reflection isn't all heavy stuff. It can also bring surprising joy, like rediscovering forgotten passions or appreciating the little things. Imagine sitting quietly in your backyard, noticing how the breeze feels on your skin or how the birds sound at dawn. These moments remind you of what's truly valuable. And when you tap into that inner wisdom, you're ready to take on life's challenges with a whole new perspective. Speaking of connections, silence doesn't just transform your relationship with yourself, it changes how you communicate with others. Silence in a conversation can feel awkward, right? But here's the thing, it's actually a secret weapon for better communication. When you take a moment to pause before speaking, you allow your words to carry more weight. Imagine being in a heated discussion. Instead of snapping back immediately, a few seconds of silence can help you choose your words wisely. That's the difference between escalating an argument and finding common ground. Silence also lets you truly listen. In a world where everyone's waiting for their turn to talk, silence is what makes you stand out. Picture this, a friend is venting about their day, and instead of interrupting with advice, you just listen. That pause shows empathy, and guess what? It strengthens the bond between you two. Try this next time, focus entirely on what the other person is saying, and notice how the conversation deepens. On the flip side, silence can make your message more impactful. Think of great speakers, they pause strategically to let their words sink in. Whether you're presenting an idea at work or having a heart-to-heart, a well-placed moment of silence can emphasize your point like nothing else. Want to test this? Next time you're telling a story, pause for a beat before the punchline. Watch how it grabs everyone's attention. But the power of silence in communication goes beyond words. Sometimes, it's about what isn't said. A silent nod, a thoughtful glance, these small gestures can speak volumes. They create space for connection, trust, and understanding. And while silence can work wonders in conversations, its benefits don't stop there. Let's dive into how it transforms your mental health by reducing stress. Ever feel like life's just too loud? Between emails, traffic, and endless notifications, it's no wonder stress feels like an uninvited guest that just won't leave. Silence, though, it's your ticket out of that chaos. When you carve out quiet time, your brain finally gets to rest. Think of it as giving your mind a mini vacation. Even a simple 5-minute break in silence can work wonders for your stress levels. Scientific studies back this up. Silence has been shown to lower cortisol, the infamous stress hormone. Imagine coming home after a long day, turning off the TV, and just sitting in silence with a cup of tea. That small act doesn't just calm you, it actually helps reset your nervous system. Try it tonight, and feel the difference it makes before bed. Silence also helps block out the noise of external pressures. In the quiet, you can sort through what's truly important versus what's just background static. Maybe it's letting go of that toxic work drama or finally realizing you don't need to say yes to every request. These moments of clarity come when you let silence take the wheel, giving your mind the space it needs to process and prioritize. And let's not forget how silence pairs with mindfulness. Closing your eyes, focusing on your breath, and simply sitting in the stillness can create a sense of calm you didn't know you needed. It's like hitting the pause button on life. And once you've experienced that peace, it opens the door to something even deeper, the spiritual and emotional healing power of silence. Silence isn't just a break from noise, it's a gateway to something bigger. For centuries, people have turned to silence in search of spiritual clarity and emotional healing. Think of monks meditating in serene temples or individuals finding solace during a quiet sunrise. In the stillness, you can connect with a sense of purpose or something greater than yourself, whether that's faith, nature, or simply your own inner strength. This connection can be deeply transformative. Imagine sitting quietly with your eyes closed, focusing on your breath. Over time, you might notice old wounds beginning to heal, not physically, but emotionally. Silence allows you to feel without judgment, to acknowledge pain, and then let it go. It's like giving yourself permission to finally exhale after holding your breath for too long. Silence can also be a powerful tool for aligning your emotions. Let's say you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck in a negative loop. pausing in silence can help you process those emotions and shift your perspective. A quiet walk in the park, listening to nothing but the rustle of leaves, can do wonders for your emotional balance. These moments create a sense of equilibrium that's hard to find in a noisy world. And for many, silence becomes a sacred practice. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply sitting in awe of the universe, the quiet lets you tune into your deepest self. It's in these moments that you feel truly alive, grounded, and aligned. And when silence transforms you like this, it naturally begins to influence every part of your life, your actions, your relationships, even your health. Speaking of transformation, let's explore how silence ties it all together. So, what's stopping you from embracing silence? Think about it. How different could your life be if you carved out just a few minutes each day to tune out the noise and tune into yourself? Maybe you'd finally feel that sense of balance you've been chasing. Or maybe you'd find the clarity to tackle those goals you keep putting off. Whatever it is, the power of silence is waiting for you to unlock it. But here's the challenge. Will you take the first step? Will you set aside that time to pause, reflect, and reset? Imagine waking up with a clearer mind, a calmer spirit, and a healthier body. What would that be worth to you? Silence isn't just a practice, it's a way to reclaim control over your life. And trust me, once you experience its benefits, there's no turning back. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one area of your life that could use a little more quiet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next as we dive deeper into the world of health, mindfulness, and living your best life. Take this journey with me, and let's build a life of balance, clarity, and purpose, one silent moment at a time.